In the depths of the Cerulean Sea, where the sunlight danced in shimmering patterns, there lived a mermaid named Seraphina. Unlike the other merfolk in her peaceful undersea kingdom, Seraphina harbored a deep curiosity for the world above the waves. She had heard tales of lands far beyond the horizon and dreamt of the adventures that awaited her on the surface. One fateful day, as Seraphina swam near the edge of her kingdom, she spotted a glimmering object caught in a coral reef. It was a delicate glass bottle with a message inside. With a flick of her tail, she freed the bottle and carefully unfurled the message within. It was a beautifully written note, penned by a human sailor named Captain Elias. The note spoke of a legendary treasure hidden on a distant island, a treasure said to grant the one who found it a single, heartfelt wish. Seraphina's heart fluttered with excitement. She had heard stories of humans and their insatiable curiosity, and she couldn't help but wonder if she, too, could venture to the surface and embark on her own quest. With the note in hand, Seraphina sought the counsel of her wise grandmother, a mermaid who had seen many tides and currents. Her grandmother warned her of the dangers that lay above, but she also recognized the fire of adventure burning in Seraphina's eyes. With a loving embrace, she gave her granddaughter her blessing and an enchanted seashell necklace to protect her on her journey. Seraphina swam to the surface, her heart filled with excitement and trepidation. As she breached the water's surface, she felt the warmth of the sun on her skin for the first time. Her shimmering tail transformed into two long, graceful legs, and she stepped onto the sandy shore of an uninhabited island. The island was a lush paradise, with towering palm trees, colorful flowers, and crystal-clear streams. Seraphina marveled at the beauty of the world above, but she also knew that her true quest lay ahead. With the guidance of Captain Elias's note, she began her search for the hidden treasure. Her journey was filled with challenges and surprises. She encountered playful dolphins, majestic sea turtles, and even made friends with a mischievous parrot who squawked advice and encouragement. Seraphina's time on the surface was a kaleidoscope of new experiences and sensations. As she delved deeper into her quest, Seraphina discovered that the island was not just a place of beauty, but also a land of wonder and mystery. She encountered glowing fireflies that danced in the moonlight, and a hidden cave adorned with ancient markings that hinted at the treasure's location. But the path to the treasure was fraught with peril. Seraphina had to outsmart cunning jungle creatures and navigate treacherous cliffs and caves. It was during these trials that she discovered her own inner strength and resilience, fueled by her determination to make her heartfelt wish. Finally, after many days of exploration and adventure, Seraphina stood before the legendary Tresor, a glowing pearl nestled in a bed of emerald seaweed. With trembling hands, she touched the pearl and closed her eyes, making her wish with all her heart. In an instant, the world around her shimmered and changed. Seraphina found herself back in the embrace of the ocean, her mermaid tail glistening beneath the waves. Her wish had been granted, and she was whole once more. With a heart full of gratitude and wisdom gained from her incredible journey, Seraphina returned to her undersea kingdom. She shared her adventures and the lessons she had learned with her fellow merfolk, inspiring them to embrace curiosity and courage. Seraphina's story became a cherished legend in her kingdom, a reminder that even in the depths of the sea, dreams could come true. And as for Captain Elias's note, it continued to drift in the currents, waiting to find its way to the next adventurer, human or mermaid, who dared to seek the treasures of the world above. Seraphina's return to her undersea kingdom brought a newfound sense of purpose and unity among her fellow merfolk. Her story of courage, curiosity, and the fulfillment of dreams inspired them to embrace their own desires and explore the mysteries of the deep ocean. In the wake of her return, Seraphina was honored as a hero among her people, and they celebrated her with a grand feast that echoed through the coral reefs. The sea creatures of all kinds joined the festivities, from the playful dolphins to the graceful seahorses, and even the wise old turtles that had guided Seraphina on her journey. During the feast, Seraphina shared her adventures in detail, describing the vibrant colors of the surface world, the warmth of the sun, and the friendships she had forged with the creatures of the land. She spoke of her encounters with the enigmatic jungle creatures and the tests of courage and ingenuity she had faced on her quest for the legendary treasure. As the moon cast its silvery glow upon the underwater gathering, Seraphina paused to reflect on the most important part of her journey, the wish she had made when she touched the glowing pearl. With a tender smile, she revealed that her heartfelt wish had been for the well-being and unity of her undersea kingdom. At that moment, the pearl she had once held in her hand appeared, hovering above the water's surface. It bathed the entire gathering in a soft, radiant light. Seraphina's wish had not only transformed her own life, but had also brought a renewed sense of harmony and connection to her underwater world. The merfolk and sea creatures were touched by the magic of the pearl, and they joined their voices in a harmonious song of gratitude and joy. Their melodious voices rose like a symphony, echoing through the ocean depths, and the waters themselves seemed to dance in celebration. As the celebration continued into the night, Seraphina realized that her adventures had not only fulfilled her own dreams, but had also brought about positive change in her world. The legend of her journey would live on, inspiring future generations of merfolk to follow their hearts and explore the wonders of both land and sea. With her heart full of contentment and a sense of fulfillment, Seraphina knew that her life as an adventurous mermaid had only just begun. There were countless mysteries to uncover, friendships to forge, and dreams to pursue beneath the waves. And so, with a sense of wonder and anticipation, Seraphina swam into the depths of the ocean, ready to embrace the next chapter of her underwater adventures. For in the world beneath the sea, and in the boundless expanse of the surface world above, there were always new horizons to explore and dreams to make a reality. The end, or perhaps the beginning of an everlasting tale of exploration, unity, and dreams beneath the sea.